Hello, this is Darice. Welcome to Moon Life Astro. Today we're going to talk about the astrology for the upcoming week, April 2nd through April 9th, basically closing out eclipse season, winding down Mercury retrograde, winding down the Venus retrograde, and we're just going to get into all of that. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for checking us out. And if you're coming back, thank you for returning. I do always appreciate that. And we actually have a lot happening basically between April 4th and April 8th. And I'm not actually going to list it all at the beginning like I normally would, because that might get kind of overwhelming. But we're just going to take it bit by bit, piece by piece. First, I wanted to really just check in, see how you're doing. We just had the solar eclipse on March 29th. We also had Neptune enter Aries on March 30th. Excuse me, did I say April? I meant to say March 29th for the solar eclipse. And then right after that, March 30th, we had Neptune enter Aries. Excuse me, I'm a little warm today. Not sure what's going on here. So I don't know about you, but I was really tired during this particular eclipse. So I rested. I got a lot of rest, and I hope you were able to do the same as well. I really didn't do anything on March 30th either. I like to just chill when we have these big transits happening, if I'm able to do that. And I'm really glad I gave myself that rest and reset, because I feel fired up now for the rest of this week. So maybe you had a similar experience as well. I do have a longer video on Neptune going into Aries, so you can check that out as well. And also, we are winding down with Mercury retrograde. We're going to be closing out Mercury retrograde April 7th. So that's been about 3 weeks. And then we'll be in the post-shadow period for the Mercury retrograde. And then that will be happening during the last week of the Venus retrograde, which will be closing out or turning direct on April 12th. And I know a lot of people are going to be happy when both of those planets turn direct. And I'll probably talk about that a little bit more as we get into it. But I just want to also check in, or have you check in with yourself, see how this Mercury retrograde has been for you in particular. It started around March 15th. And so we've been in it for about 3 weeks now. Curious as if you had any thing that you revised or revisited. I don't know if you had any contracts that you decided to go over, if you maybe rekindle some friendships or romantic partnerships. Maybe you rekindled a professional relationship that may be happening as well. As for me, just mostly because of the eclipse season, there are changes at my day job. So I will be working with another person in my company. So it kind of feels like a reinitiation of a relationship, a professional relationship. And I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but we'll see how these things go. It's not something I'm particularly excited about, but I'm also not particularly dreading working with this person either. I'm just keeping an open mind. I'm going to see what happens, basically. So maybe you've had a similar experience in your own world, in your own life during this particular Mercury retrograde, and also during this eclipse season. I'm curious if there were any revelations for you, any surprises that came up. And the thing about eclipses is sometimes it happens during the actual eclipse doorway, which is about 2 weeks, but sometimes it happens in the 3 to 6 weeks afterwards. And then the energy kind of plays itself out for the next 6 months. So even if you didn't have anything unexpected or surprising happen for you in March, you may get that announcement or news this week or next week, and then it'll play out over the next 6 months. But the eclipse doorway closed on March 29th, and we're now in that post-eclipse period for the next 2 weeks. So there may be things that came up in March that you're going to be revisiting or cleaning up or tightening up, relationships, contracts, that sort of thing, especially because, we have both Mercury communication, how we digest information, how we learn, how we process new ideas being in retrograde. At the same time, we have Venus in retrograde. Venus, our values, love, relationships, money, how we see ourselves often, I think, at least from our divine feminine aspect as well. I feel like a Venus retrograde is an opportunity to reevaluate how we create our emotional space, our emotional boundaries, because I think that has an impact on how we determine what our value is, both in our personal relationships and also in our professional relationships. So yeah, I just want to see how things are going. Have you had a chance to sit down and reflect on some of the changes that may have occurred in March? Uh, and if you haven't had a chance to do that, you may want to take some time to do that in the next couple of weeks as these retrogrades wind down. Just something for you to consider. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the upcoming astrology for this week. So basically, this first week of April is really about moving forward. Again, we have Mercury turning direct April 7th, and we're going to be winding down the Venus retrograde. So you maybe want to begin looking at the things you want to start having some forward momentum on in your business, in your projects, what's next for you. We have April 4th with several things happening on the 4th. The first is we have Mercury conjunct the North Node. So the North Node, again, I like to think of it as our soul's purpose, what we're moving towards, what the universe is guiding us towards. So when Mercury and the North Node come together in a conjunction, it's a supportive aspect, and there could be insights or conversations that may even have a sense of being fated. You could watch for messages or downloads that come to you. I like to pay attention to my dreams during this kind of conjunction to see what insights or revelations may come to me during that time. And these messages or conversations, they could definitely be an indication of what is next in alignment for you. And then, of course, we have Saturn sextiling Uranus, also on Friday, April 4th. Saturn, structure, boundaries, the taskmaster, the timekeeper, coming together in a supportive aspect with Uranus, which can be the planet of revelations, revolution, things that need to be broken up or done in a new way, often is Uranus. Like stable, your structure can meet a breakthrough. So that could potentially look like having a new idea or an insight, potentially as around something as simple as how you want to structure your day. Maybe you want to tackle a new project routine, or maybe you want to tweak your winding down or nighttime routine, for example. It could be something as simple or small as that. Or it might be bigger, like maybe there's a business proposal that you're considering, and you may want to take a look at how to revise some aspects of that. So, Friday, April 4th might be a good day for that as well. Also, because on that same day, we have Mars also sextiling Uranus. Mars, planet of action, our courage, our ability to initiate, and then Uranus also coming together. And at the same time, on that same day, Mars will also be trining Saturn. So these are a lot of supportive aspects all on Friday, April 4th. So Friday, April 4th could be a really good day for strategic planning, long-term visioning, that kind of thing. Like there'll be a lot of supportive, energetic energy on that day or leading up to that day even. So you might be beginning to feel that even today, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and then Friday, and then throughout the weekend. Sometimes these energies, they build and then they peak on the particular day, April 4th, and then they sort of wind down over the next couple of days. So just something to think about. Could be an opportunity for you as well. And then Saturday, April 4th, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, the other thing I was going to suggest for April 4th, if you want to have a spiritual practice, maybe you could just visualize yourself taking an action that maybe scares you, but you know it'll help you move a little bit closer to the goal that you want. Um, you could also maybe work with red jasper or hematite. Those are great stones for grounding and tapping into that kind of energy. And red jasper can also help you tap into that feeling of having courage and bravery, those supportive aspects with Mars. April 5th, we have the Sun sextiling Jupiter. Sun is our identity, how we see ourselves, and then Jupiter, growth and expansion. So April 5th, this could be a day where you experience kind of more optimism, a sense of divine timing around things, a sense of maybe feeling like you're more at home in yourself, in your space. Maybe that Saturday could be a good day to also look at like how you want to feel more at home in your physical space or maybe even in your workspace. That could be one good way to use this energy as well. And we are still in the Venus retrograde. So it might also be a good day to reflect on what are some areas of abundance you'd like to experience, since Venus is about our relationship to our money, our resources. So when the Sun coming together with Jupiter, this could be a good day to set aside some time to reflect on how you see yourself showing up for your business, how you see yourself showing up for your clients, and reassessing your value that you bring to the marketplace. So that might be a good day to do that type of thinking. You might also want to maybe plan out an upcoming pitch idea, or maybe it might be a good time if there's a particular like a social media post or email that you've been struggling with. It is a Saturday, so if you don't want to do it that day, that's fine. You can even do this on Friday as the energy is building towards it. But yeah, it could be a good way to tap into that energy as well. Like if you're having struggles with some of your messaging around that sort of thing, or it could be a good day to practice a presentation to help you get your confidence up around maybe an upcoming interview or an upcoming sales call you might be having with someone. Something to think about. You could also schedule a post. You could outline a timeline for an upcoming launch. You could also schedule a post or an offer or an announcement for that Saturday, April 5th, as well, if you already have something ready to go that you've already worked out all of the kinks on as well. A spiritual practice for that, you can always practice gratitude for the opportunities that are present for you and the upcoming opportunities that are on their way to you. Another stone to potentially work with to amplify confidence and abundance can be citrine as well. Also on April 6th, we have Mars trining Venus. And again, another supportive aspect. I really like that April has a lot of supportive aspects. And I think that's really nice because we're coming off a pretty intense month. March felt very intense. 2025 has felt pretty intense. And I feel like April overall, the universe is kind of giving us a breather, a chance to kind of relax, which is really nice. So again, Mars, trining Venus, Mars, our courage, our ability to act, to initiate. Sometimes it can lead us when Mars is in his shadow side, can be aggression, that kind of thing. But it's coming in a supportive aspect with Venus. And I think of Mars as the divine masculine and Venus as the divine feminine. So when they come together and support each other, this could be a good way to harness our own inner feminine and masculine energy, having those come together in a dance. And so, for example, you can balance your action with attraction, desire with cooperation. And how could that look, especially as a solopreneur and as an entrepreneur? Maybe this is a day to look at. It's Sunday, April 6th. So, you may not want to do anything. I know a lot of people, Sunday is their day off, and that's perfectly fine if that's the case for you as well. And again, these energies will be building. So you could play with this energy on Friday or Saturday if that's more appropriate for your schedule. So this could be one of those days that's really helpful with being able to set aside or tell someone what you really like. Like maybe it's a great day to have a conversation with a friend or maybe a potential business partner or someone that you're considering collaborating with, and you can lay out your ideas, your potential vision for what you'd like to have coming up next in your business or maybe in an upcoming project with someone. Um, it could be a great day to like just have a fun meet up with some people, either personally or professionally, and just to again like just brainstorm about what's your vision for your future, or to support other people in their vision for their future. If you are having maybe a mini retreat with your team members, it could be a great day for team building, marketing, or sales training, or having a conversation around those things. I know some people do meet with potential clients on the weekend. So if you do that sort of thing, then Sunday could actually be a great day for having one of those pitch ideas or pitch meetings. This could also be a great day for designing your visuals, working on your branding still, like I've been encouraging people to do all throughout the Venus retrograde, you know, test out some ideas, even if you don't want to launch them until after Venus goes direct. Sunday might be a good day to actually just map some stuff out, actually physically draw it out on paper, for example, or play around with some images on Canva. I like to do that sort of thing in my downtime. And so maybe you like to do that sort of thing as well. Along those same lines, it could be a great day to also play around with like ideas you have for your website, maybe updating your bio, maybe even playing around with how you would do your offer language. And again, if you don't want to do this on Sunday, you could do this on Friday, Saturday, or even the Monday after as a way to tap into this energy that's happening. And then another crystal to work with to tap into this particular energy, maybe rose quartz or red carnelian, which can harmonize the heart and your action. Also, a great day to dance, although I personally feel like every day is a great day to dance, but this is an especially good day to dance. So, dance is a way to move and align your energy. Go for a walk, go for a run. If the weather's really nice, I'm on the East Coast, we're in springtime, so it's great to be able to do that sort of thing. And then Monday, April 7th, we have Venus conjunct Saturn and also sextile Uranus. So Venus coming together with Saturn, again, another supportive aspect. Venus values, beauty, our resources coming together with Saturn. This could actually be calming us to commit to what truly matters to us in those Venus ruled areas: love, money, values, our resources. Excuse me, Venus sextile and Uranus may add an element of surprise or an unexpected breakthrough. In a nutshell, you could have tradition meeting innovation. Maybe you'll finally have an idea on how to break through that project that you've been working on. Maybe you've been playing around with maybe a new logo for your website, for example. And maybe April 7th might be the day where the final image like finally comes together for you. Just an example, something like that might happen. This could also be a great time to, again, to solidify your value, your pricing, your packages, your brand identity, and also just to stay open to unexpected opportunities. You may get an unexpected call or an offer for someone, and just be open to that. An actionable item that you could do is, again, when you're looking at your pricing, ask yourself something along the lines of, does this really reflect my worth or value and energy exchange? What does that look like for you? You may also want to take the time to maybe map out a 90-day value plan for your services, and how that would look in terms of being able to bring that into your business. A stone to work with maybe would be red garnet or black tourmaline. Again, grounding crystals, grounding energies. And when I say working with crystals, you can just have them simply like in your workspace while you're doing your work, or have them on your altar, whatever feels most appropriate to you, if you feel comfortable doing that sort of thing at all. One potential affirmation could be, I honor the value I offer, and I am worthy of aligned abundance. April 7th, we have Mercury going direct. So it'll feel like momentum is finally moving. There'll be a shift of energy in the air. I usually do feel when Mercury goes direct, I usually do feel lighter when that happens. So you can expect forward movement in communication, travel, technology, contracts. I've had a few funny stories about people on their travels during this Mercury retrograde and plane delays and that sort of thing. Is very typical. And I encourage people that if they do experience those delays during a Mercury retrograde, to use it as a time to simply just be able to check in with yourself. Maybe look at it as a way to spend more quality time with the people that you're with. So if you're listening to this before the Mercury retrograde actually goes direct and you're experiencing that sort of thing, it's an opportunity to look at it from that perspective. But this is a good time. Again, you can move forward on contracts if you have been revisiting them and waiting until Mercury went direct before you actually signed a contract. And after April 7th or on April 7th, you could go ahead and do that. Again, we will be entering the post shadow period of Mercury going direct. So if you don't want to do it actually on April 7th, some people like to wait a couple of days until Mercury is totally cleared that retrograde space and is fully direct. And if you're one of those people, that's perfectly fine. It's a great day to actually allow, you'll probably feel that plans and decisions are starting to gain traction. And so if you've been holding off on sending certain emails, certain proposals, again, you could do that on April 7th or when like a couple of days afterwards. A great time to finalize those projects. It's also a great day actually when Mercury goes direct, to actually clear the inbox or maybe set up those email filtering or folder organizing your emails that come in. Maybe you want to do that type of activity on that day. You could begin to follow up with leads or revisit any plans that got stalled during the Mercury retrograde. And again, you can also begin to start implementing the ideas that you started mapping out or brainstorming or strategizing around during Mercury retrograde itself. One potential spiritual practice, you could go ahead and light a white candle to symbolize mental clarity. And then April 8th, Venus sextile Uranus. So again, Venus, our values, love, beauty, harmonizes with Uranus, which can also be liberation, surprises. So there may be some refreshing ideas around your creativity. You may experience an unexpected gift or joy in your business life, or maybe even in your personal romantic life. And actually, April 8th, this could be a good day to maybe launch that new offer that you've been sitting on, or you could release the new pricing that you've been mulling over and brainstorming about or reassessing for yourself. And also April 8th, trust the spontaneity that comes up when Venus tells Uranus. This could be a fun day to do something different, do something different with your schedule. Be spontaneous, have some fun. Again, this could also be a good day to do a soft launch or a teaser post, maybe for something else that you're planning to fully launch after Venus goes direct, after April 12th. So that might be a fun option for you as well. One crystal that you might want to work with at that time could be labradorite to awaken intuition and creative insight. But April 8th, that particular Tuesday, again, could be just a fun day for a fun day. Maybe even be a great fun date night. There you go. But that's basically all I had today, just keeping it short. Hope all is well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Again, I always like to remind people, exercise, hydrate, get a good night's sleep. And also, I do have my free membership on the school platform where I post my YouTube videos as well, sort of by category. So it makes it easier for people to search what they're looking for. It's also a great way to connect with other like-minded people in the community. I do also have my paid school community, which is just $9 a month. And when you join that community, you get my free ebook on how to work with the cycles of the moon moving through each astrological sign, and how you can use those aspects of the moon to plan your days, your week, your whole month, that sort of thing. And also, again, it's another way to connect with other people who are like-minded. I really want to create these communities where people feel supported and have a way to support one another as well. And also in my free membership, you have my free PDF, which is outlines 2025 suggested planning for the year. So if you're looking for something to assist you with that for the rest of the year, you would also get that in my free community. And also, I am available for general astrology readings. And I also do Reiki healing readings as well. And both of those are currently half off at this time. And so that will be in the link below. If you are getting value from these videos, please do like the videos. Please subscribe to my channel. It does help me get the message out to more people. And I do appreciate the support. And feel free to comment below, or if you have questions, or you can even just comment Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, or Mercury direct as well, if something resonated for you in this video. And with that, hope all is well. I'm wishing you love, peace, and joy. Easefully yours, Darice.